A huge drama once again is happening in server 33. We previously created a video onto this. Now, Nephisto came out and said the LN, his previous alliance, a gold chest parasite. That's gotta be a mouthful in here. Gold chest parasite to the team that he was with from the beginning of the server, I believe. And this is the team when I made a video about the drama of Nephisto ongoing with the server. This is the same team who defended him without hesitation. And now Nephisto calls them out to be the gold chest parasite. Well, that is a strong opinion from Nephisto. And of course, the players there are free to play. I think there's some free to play. They're not all spenders in there. And then I think from what I know in server 33, what Nephisto does is he will log into the other accounts. I think he has certain accounts there, certain friends that he will buy the gold chest for that account to succeed and get T5 so they are stronger. So that is what's going on in that server. Now, my thing in here is that I have a question for you guys. Two questions in here. How would you describe Nephisto in a one word? For me, I would say Nephisto is a little bit more of an unpredictable character. All right. Nephisto is very interesting character in the game. I don't know if he's trying to present a persona or not. Now, the second question in here, are players that have money or whales are only respected in the game because they have money? Now, for sure, it's not for everyone, but let me know. I'm not going to give my opinion onto that one because that's a touchy subject, but I want to know what you guys think about that, question about the game. Is money dictates the respect for certain situations of the player or not? Because, he is saying that these guys are gold chest parasites, so they only respected him and stayed with him in the alliance because they are gold chest parasite. If Nephisto wasn't a big whale, where would he be? What would Nephisto be if Nephisto doesn't spend money into the game? So that is my question here to the community. Now, let's talk about what happened in this server. So in server 33, which I have screenshots that I'm going to show you guys in here, there is timelines as well. You guys can check it out. And if you guys want to see more content from me, consider subscribing, turn your notifications on to all. And also, I want to say is that do press that thumbs up in here if you guys appreciate the content in here. I'm gonna try to be as neutral as I can. I'm not trying to attack Nephisto in here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to present some facts and ask some questions so that you guys can answer them. I'm sure Nephisto has a totally reasonable explanation to this, and I'm sure other players also had a reasonable explanation why things happened. But let's kind of look at what's going on, and I'll give you my opinion at the end, and also my what I would do if I was in this type of situation. So going back, it just happened I think today. So Mother's Day ended and the server 33 LN did the elite raid for the magma. So when you go and do the elite raid for the magma, if you defeat the magma first time in the server within 6 minutes and 30 seconds, you will be able to receive a frame. So basically, the alliance from the LN was able to receive this magma Demon Hunter frame, which is really cool. And I believe during the time that they were trying to do this challenge, Nephisto got online and said, wait for me, don't finish it yet, let me get in so that I can get into the magma Demon Hunter and be able to get this frame. But unfortunately, they finish it. And now there's the biggest issue. Nephisto has gone absolutely ballistic in the server. And we're going to talk about what is going on here. We have a lot of screenshots actually. And basically, it's all about the frame. I think this is so superficial. This is why I say it's kind of dumb. It's kind of stupid, but yet funny. Because you can get the frame again in the next season if you capture it and defeat it in the elite raid. Although it'll be harder, but you can get it. So it's not something that you can never get again in the future. So that's pretty much the background of what's really caused the situation here in server 33. The drama that is going on, the fall of LN, the fall of many players in the game of server 33. Players who invested time, money, effort making, connections, eventually is going to probably get wiped out and people are going to find new homes. So let's talk about what is happening now. All right, we got a lot of stuff to go through here for the what's happening now period, because there's a lot of screenshot that, has been sent to me. All right, what prompted this, is that the player have messaged me on YouTube in here saying, hey Shinchi, want to let you know that Nephisto betrayed LN and now he joined a BXS, which is the enemy, which was with Wild before. Remember, the history, for what I remember, is that LN was going against BXS and Wild, and I think that time, they were saying about BXS was like bad or whatever, or betrayal, those kind of stuff that I heard. So now BXS was able to take in Nephisto. I wonder why. Is it gold chest? I don't know. He says here, because he did not get the Magma Avatar in S33, we're basically dead in Season 2, what he's saying here. So, gave me a quick rundown in here. Alright. Nephisto's former alliance did the Magma without him. Neph went crazy and supposed was also drunk before Mother's Day. Many believe that his feelings got to him and that's why he betrayed them. As of right now, he's in BXS, which is the LN's rival. He said that LN will burn for what they did, and he's zeroing LN Wales, oh my god, right now in BXS. He also disbanded all the flags as he is the leader with another account. So that is definitely a very interesting and very, very juicy. Now, if Nephisto is drunk, I kind of want to put this statement out there. At the end of the day, it is just a video game, and I hope that you guys don't try to attack personally. I know I've been attacked by Nephisto personally about my voice, yada yada. But my thing here as a content creator, I want you guys to have a better, good model, right? So don't try to attack the person outside. If he's going through some things in here, maybe it is true. So I would say try to understand him. But the situation that happened is definitely not an excuse for that. But I do hope that whatever Nephisto is going through in his life right now, I hope that he's okay. I don't know what's going on with Mother's Day. Mothers are very important. So I hope he's okay. Maybe emotional for him. But hey, if you're watching this, Nephisto, I hope that you're okay at the end of the day. It is just a game. So please just calmate. All right? Calmate. Tranquilo, primo. All right? So let's go and read some of this. Nephisto says, now keep your frame. I am sure the light will defend you. Now, it says here, I am dying to see the light show up. Oh my god, he is really like taunting the players in here from the light. And then saying, the death of LN by Nephisto. Now, the player here, Centurion, I assume this is also Nephisto, saying, competition, LN going to have to build again Z3 without me. Let's see how far they get. This is getting quite juicy. Now you can prove who you are without me. Well, can BXS prove who they are without you as well? I'm not trying to target BXS in here, but I'm just saying, it's like Nephisto moving into BXS, which is your former enemy, which I remember that you guys didn't like each other. So what is going on, right? In Filipino, we call this balimbing. I don't know how to explain it in English, but it's called like balimbing. All right. So the Centurion says here, eat your effing frame. I will show you the light now. It's all about the frame. He's so upset with the frame. And then it says here, no, this is about respect. And you put a raid when you can fit the light instead of the people who built that. So, okay, I'm going to give you guys perspective in Nephisto's mind and perspective for the player's mind of the LN. So, hear me out. Please don't eat me alive in here. Don't say that I'm trying to defend Nephisto. Don't say I'm trying to defend the other side. But Nephisto did contribute significantly a lot to the LN. I think he's dropped a lot of gold chests. Did a lot of effort to make the LN very successful. Win a lot of the battles as well. Controlled many of the accounts. And bought gold chests onto those accounts. And basically bought packs and made them T5 to make it strong. So I do understand where Nephisto is coming from this side, because Nephisto is pretty much a one-man alliance, pretty much. So he's really contributed a lot of money and time into the game, and I think he's really enjoying the game. So for this, when he mentioned about respect, is that for the players, they should have waited for Nephisto in Nephisto's mindset, because hey, I'm the boss, I'm the shit, right? I am the owner of this thing because I did everything in here, dropping so much money, because money is definitely involved in the game. Therefore, Nephisto feels that he was disrespected by not involving him in the magma challenge to get the frame. So that's the side of Nephisto. Now I'm gonna go to the other side of things in here. The players, there's a lot of them, more than one person, right? So if they did the challenge and you're late, or what I heard is that Nephisto is like 45 minutes late or 40 minutes late, do you make every single one of your players wait, which also have lives outside of the game? They probably have kids, family, I don't know what else. They probably have business to run or work. Come on, you make everyone wait just for you, which, I don't know. You guys can let me know in your opinion in the comment section below in here. So I myself, as a content creator here in our server, I didn't get to do the Giant Bear Elite raid. I didn't get to the, I didn't get to do the Giant Bear Elite raid. I didn't get to the Giant raid. I was able to do the Thunder Rock. I don't know if we did the Hydro raid yet, but I missed some of these, and it's okay. It's just a frame. It's not the end of the world. I will not destroy a whole alliance because I didn't get to join a raid for a frame. That's just my thing. It was my fault. I didn't get to join. I was late. My time didn't work. So I do understand the point of Nephisto, but I also want to point out the other side as well. All right, message here from Illustrio. No, it had something to do with Mother's Day. He has been very off since it came around. All right, so this is something that people have mentioned, right? Mother's Day. What is going on with Mother's Day? Maybe wife and mother that's no longer around. I don't want. This is bad, actually. I'm sorry if you're watching this, Nephisto. It was sent to me. I think trying to talk and maybe give a little bit of a background on what's going on with real life mom and wife, I think that is not our problem. That is definitely not our problem. We got to respect that part of Nephisto at least, right? So it says here, it touches pain core center. He got severely drunk just the day before. So I don't care about that. This is a game. I hope his mom, his wife, is doing okay. I hope they're safe. And if not, rest in peace, condolence. But I do hope that they are okay. I mean, I don't know the story in here, but this is something that can be avoided, really. We don't want to talk about moms and wife. That is a bit too more personal for the game, So it says here, you notice too, Illustrio. So maybe there is something going on, but again, that is something that is not our problem. They said even here, maybe he got divorced, like he said, and had to pay more to his wife than he wanted. Okay, again, personal attacks. In my opinion, this is a bit more of a personal attack. I think they didn't really need to bring this up. The issue is the frame, not this. This shouldn't factor in. So we're gonna probably discredit that. But I just want to bring that out there because people have said that, and I just want to make an awareness in here, guys. Try not to attack personal. Keep it game. All right, keep it to the game in here. Julia says here, you destroyed your alliance for a frame. Exactly. That is something that is mind-boggling to me. I find it funny at the same time. So here's kind of taunting here from Itachi. Where is your frame, bro? Your tears are delicious. Saying, it says here, I bet none of you kiddos will dare to fight me in the middle of kiddos. This is interesting. Somebody says here, you guys turn into a licking to this pretty fast. What's funny is I thought, Wild was also against Nephisto. So I think both sides are just playing the guy. I think both sides are playing him. So even BXS in here. I mean, BXS, Wild was together against LN, and LN now is, they're just shoving off. It's like nothing ever happened. That is sketchy to me. That is sketchy to me, in my opinion. But Nephisto is pretty much calling out hey, you got no money in here, right? I mean, I'm stronger than you. I'm just gonna wreck you, basically. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, money is involved in the game. Nephisto says, I'm glad you all feel this way, LN. At least the cat's out of the bag. Gold chest parasite, which I showed you that earlier. So here, pure evil from LN. Like Neff, okay, I understand you, and you did a lot of effort, but did you really have to act like a child and remove all territory and 0 people? I think what Nephisto could have done was really just kind of talk it out. Anyway, I'll give my opinion later on. Let's present the facts here. It's hard to read this, by the way. I'm sorry to not give my opinion because I feel sorry for some of the players in here. Nephisto says here, just make sure Lights fight as good. They are ranked in power. Wow. More Nephisto in here. Illustrio, go sleep, bro. You did a lot of that during wars. So he's saying that Illustrio didn't really contribute during wars. Now, I don't know who Illustrio is. Now, this is the current power ranking. BXS number 1, LN second, Wild 1.2, third in here. And then Nephisto is 200 million power. We got some LN in here, Southern Light, Northern Light player. I heard there's some Chinese players in here, and they don't even know what's going on right now, I think. I think a lot of people were kind of confused what's going on. So I feel bad for the spenders in the game. So this is the current map. I assume this is showing how this has been deleted. This is where LN is. So yeah, this is very interesting. The current leader is SP. I think this is also Nephisto or is his friend. And let's see. Some chats in here. Good luck. All as of this moment, we are enemies. Saying by Nephisto. And people were like confused in here. And people were asking, cause the frame. It says here, let's see if you can hold zone 3. People are confused because it's so tiny issue. I can guess what happened. It was 18 UTC. So I guess this is some of the players in the LN in here. Let's take a look into this guy. They zeroed this guy. I think Nephisto zeroed this guy from 54 million to 46 million. He lost 10 million power. Here you can see people left the server in the LN Discord. So these are, I think, either Nephisto's friends or pilots. I know Sammy pilots for Nephisto. You can see SP in here also left the server. Sammy's 2 account, Strange, Strika, Angel, Ridicule. All right, that's, I think these are Nephisto's comrades. And then eventually Nephisto left the server in here, as you can see. This is some of the people in the chat you can see as well. They are in the LN voice chat, and they were like, probably discussing what in the world is going on. They don't know. They're huddling up. So people are asking, like, is this the same Nephisto from Rock? And yes, it is the same Nephisto. This is where Itachi kind of messaged that one. That's kind of funny. Yeah, and then they got the Magma Daemon frame in here. Basically, you can see SP removed the Alliance towers in here. So now we're in Discord and we get to see some screenshots, and pretty much Draken here is kind of like, all that for a frame. So how did Nephisto manage to kick the whole LN leadership? The question here. So I think he has control. I wonder if the BXS will provide leadership to Nephisto, actually, which is interesting. So he says, rich little boy don't know how to handle emotions. Draken says that's the way he treats people who spends hours and hours of planning to give him the most possible fun to get in this game. But hey, I knew why I was about to leave the server when I saw him appearing on the leaders board. I can tell you so much. I'm glad he helped us, and I'm very thankful that, but destroying the whole server for stupid looking cosmetic, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it either. Go tell that YouTube and let servers know how much of a baby he is, Simple, Kayoshi says. But yeah, I mean, you guys can definitely read it in here, what is going on. I mean, definitely, I think the players are hurt, of course. The reaction is way over the top just from Nephisto, but the anger is 100% justified, saying by Morph. Crazy. Is it justified though? Crazy how Neff won't even inch an acknowledgement me over answer anything I asked. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Confusing statement from Illustrio. I will just say it once, then I will go back to sleep. SP called it would be okay. Otherwise, we would all have waited. So SP is the one. So SP is a friend. It's not Nephisto. But SP is also the same one who deleted the flags, which is weird. I wonder if this is all like, maybe, is it all like planned out? Is this like all like a scene? I don't know. Pure Evil says here, I do not hate Nephisto, but his actions are not really respectful. Also, it was not all him. You have Lights, Dalixer, Ranon, and all our tier 5. But yeah, so you can see SP, Sammy has been bumped up to officer during this time. And Nephisto, Loser Nation is not going to fight you. They only stand behind you, said by somebody, which I don't know who. Long live LN. Nephisto, you destroyed server 33. All right, there's more stuff in here, of course. And, you know, Ranon will get leadership again. Nephisto said, I don't even know who Ranon is. They need to start building in zone 3. More chats in here, as you can see. Stop being a whiny baby, said by Ale4, and talk real stuff already. Neff, I think people are just, you know, adding more fuel to the fire in here. And so, okay, so this is Ranon. All right, he said, well, GG. I just woke up from a phone call. Looks like LN his history. Not gonna lie, I did not expect this. Looks like Nephisto is not happy about not having the frame. And then says here, yes, it was my call to start with it without him. But in my defense, SP was in the voice call, said it would be without him. And 2, I only wanted to do a dry run. Everybody knows the mechanic for later on. Yeah, okay. Especially not him. But expected that he will be able to kill it right away and get the pretty much get the frame. But to get the frame, if I am correct, you have to do the elite raid. So, am I stupid? Am I wrong? Or did they change something in season 1? Because I remember you have to do elite raid before you can get it. That means that they have already got, you know, they know how the mechanics work. Because they've already run it, they've already captured it, and then you got to do elite raid. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. But that's what I thought, that mechanics how it works. He says, again, I'm very sorry for Nev for not getting the frame. I take all the blame, but nothing can change about this now. He says here, I, for my part, will not fight Nephisto or anyone who went to BXS. He has my full respect, and I will never fight against him. Okay. It was an honor to fight with you. Being R4, R5 was a lot of work. I tried to do my best. I can make everyone happy. It looks like I failed. I wish everyone of you the best look. For me, that is it. Not worth putting my whole free time into organizing everything when this is the reward I get. Exactly. I mean, putting a lot of effort into being a leadership in this type of game is really exhausting. And when things are going well in this type of game, leaders get not a whole lot of praise. But when things fall apart, they get blamed. So I feel sorry for this guy. I'm going back to sleep now. Lots of to do tomorrow. I'm not capable of handling this BS right now. Best of luck for all of you, says by Ronan. So that part was kind of long. You know, what was happening? What will happen next? Well, the question is that will BXS give leadership or give authority to Nephisto? Or are they only taking in Nephisto because it is Nephisto and Nephisto can provide a lot of great things to them? That's my question to BXS, and that's my question to Nephisto as well. Will you be able to obtain leadership in BXS now that you've moved in? Because what I'm seeing is like, it's like hopping, like, I kind of see no loyalty in what's going on in that server right now. I'm sure Nephisto has his own reason in here. You know, I do understand where he's coming from, and I do understand where the other people are coming from. I think it's a little thing. I think it could have resolved in a very different manner. I think that was really just so simple. It could have just been easily talked because it's just a frame. But let me know what you think is going to happen next in here. Now, if I was in the position of these players in here, if I was in the position of Nephisto, you know, I would be upset. Okay, I would be very upset because I wanted to get that elite raid and get that frame. Of course, I mean, that frame is amazing, right? It's a unique thing that you can show an achievement, and this is what gamers, you know, do. I'll be upset for sure, but I will probably not destroy the whole alliance. I'll be upset for them. Maybe I won't drop gold chests for like a whole week or something for them. You know, I won't like help, you know, do things. I'll probably be like a hermit for a bit, but I'll definitely not destroy the whole alliance because it's affecting a lot more players. I'll be more considerate if I was in that position. But at the same time, I think he reacted without really maybe thinking it clearly. You know, maybe in the position where he is in life, where you have a lot of money, you get to do whatever you want pretty much. You have the finance to back it up. People respect you. People are afraid to speak up to you. You do what you need to do. So maybe that's where he's personality comes from, I don't know. But that's what I would do if I was in his position. If I was in a leadership perspective position, I would probably tell every single player in the game that are like trash talking him even to stop, because that is just adding fuel to the fire rather than calming Nephisto down. I think people should have calmed Nephisto down and apologize and say, how can we make things better? How can we how can we basically, how do I say this? What can I do to make up for this mistake? Basically, I think that's what they should have said to Nephisto, calming Nephisto down instead of like adding more fuel to the fire. It sucks, I don't have the best relationship with Nephisto. I've messaged him in Discord before, but I don't really have the best relationship with him. But at the end of the day, as a content creator in here, I see everyone just as a player, and I feel sorry for every single one who has to go through certain scenarios in the game. I'm sure Nephisto is a very dedicated player here. I mean, he puts a lot of money into the game. Without these spenders in here into the game cannot be developed as well. So I want to say thank you to him for, giving these money to the game as well to be developed and make it better. But, I don't really have the best history for him, but at the same time, I don't hate him. What I see what's going on right now, I understand where he's coming from. But I hope that it could have been approached differently. I do wish that in Server 33, I think you guys have a bright future initially, but I do hope that you guys will be able to find a resolution and come into a peace. At the end of the day, it's a game. You can get some of the things in here in the game. You don't gotta like destroy everybody's fun by simple things in the game. So, my future advice to all that are probably watching this, thank you for watching until the end, by the way. I hope you guys have learned something in here. Don't destroy your server. Think about everyone in here. Sometimes the ego gets in the way. At the end of the day, it's a game. When you step out of the game, the people that are in this world, in this gaming world, are not in your real world. All right? You're living in a fantasy. You're not living something reality. It's fantasy. You're not going to meet certain people in here. They're not going to stroke your ego. All right? In real life. So, I get it. It's an escape to reality. But a lot of people just want to come in here and have fun. It could definitely be a lot easier, if people just set aside their pride or their ego. Anyway, I don't really know what else to say. I think we've really touched a lot of topics in here within this video. So I hope that you guys, at least like the video. I tried to be as much like neutral. And, I know people try to attack me saying I'm being one-sided. I'm not trying to be one-sided in here. I understand where Nephisto's side is. But the question is, at the end of the day, with Nephisto moving around, with changes within the treatments of Alliance in here. I know Wild hated LN and as well as the BXS didn't really like LN. Now they got Nephisto, right? Now things change in here. Now, of course, the leverage now goes to Nephisto's BXS. The question is, do the BXS really like Nephisto, or are they taking only, situational, advantage, I guess, right now? I wonder if there's true loyalty in this game, or it's just all about rewards at the end of the day as well. My friends, thank you guys for watching this entirely into this at the end. Smack like, subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Hopefully you guys can check out my other videos as well, as we create guides and helpful tips in Call of Dragons. Not always drama. Peace out.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel